These noodles soak up all the flavor of that beautiful natural seafood with the stock that goes in, punches into the noodles along with all the rest of these bright and colorful vegetables. It's seafood chow mein. I've got some finely matchsticked up ginger here and some finely sliced garlic, which I'll use for the stir fry later on. Veg wise, you can use whatever you want. Bit of color's nice. So I've got some finely sliced or matchsticks of carrot. This here is choy sum, which actually means the heart vegetable. It's just a nice simple green. You can use pak choy, kai choy, gailan, broccoli, whatever you want, but all we want is nice long sort of lengths of your veg. A spring onion, I'm going to slice a few of the greens just to garnish later on. And then the rest of the spring onion can just go in chunks. Don't waste any of it. And I'm just going to add those along with the ginger. Next up, the seafood. Now I've got some squid, some scallops, and some lovely prawns. The squid, I've got baby squid here, and it's already been cleaned. I'm just going to gore in a diagonal all the way across. And again, on the other side. Then cut those into more sort of bite-sized pieces. The next up, as I say, you could put all your seafood in bits into the wok and stir fry everything, but I want to make my scallops and everything look as pretty as possible and get that real nice sort of sear on the outside. So I'm going to sear my scallops in a frying pan first. And when I'm searing these scallops, I want the oil to be really nice and hot. That's vegetable oil, as hot as you can get it, so it gets an initial tss. That's exactly the sound that I just made, which is perfect. Give them about a minute on one side before you turn those and sear the other. As soon as you've got a nice sort of golden brown on both sides, then you just want to set those scallops aside. I've got these lovely shimeji mushrooms here. I'm going to keep them sort of dry so that I can sear them nicely and not too much moisture comes out of them. And again, they get a bit of colour and they should pick up a little bit of that excess oil from the scallops as well. Lovely sort of golden brown. Add those along with the scallops. That can all go in last minute. Whilst this is still hot, some chicken stock. And then my prawns can go into that bubbling up chicken stock. And within 2 to 3 minutes, those prawns would have sort of cooked through by about half, but more importantly, added lots of flavor to the chicken stock, which I'm then going to use along with a few other sauces for my stir-fry noodle sauce. I've got a bowl of cold water here. Just going to pop the prawns into, and that chicken stock is now nicely flavored. That stock is not to be wasted. Keep all of that to cook up my noodles. So that's a super quick seafood broth. I'm going to season that with a few other sauces here. Oyster sauce, about a tablespoon. Similar amount of light soy. And then about 1 to 2 tablespoons of dark soy, because I want to sort of ladle bits of this broth or this stock into the stir fry as I'm making my chow mein. About half a teaspoon of sugar, just to balance out that saltiness with a little bit of sweet. So last thing I'm going to do before I start stir frying the noodles is just peel these beautiful prawns. Get your wok really smoking hot before we start cooking. Get your oil into that smoking hot wok and start to sear ginger and spring onion. Garlic goes with that. Give that a fold through. And you want your garlic and your ginger to catch a little but not burn. That's going to flavour the wok and the oil in the wok. Next up, my veg, my choy sum, and my carrot. And you'll notice my sort of action here. A little bit tummy in the head if you haven't seen that before in one of our other videos. Round and round and back and forwards, just to stop the garlic and ginger from really catching and burning too quickly. Now I don't want this veg to over wilt or overcook. So once the leaves of the choy sum are just starting to wilt, all of this can come out and on top of my scallops and my mushrooms. My squid is next, but I need my oil and my wok to be really hot before my squid goes in. Smoking hot, squid goes in. Let that sear nicely and the squid will start to curl up. And squid sometimes it can be quite watery, so any residual liquid in here, you just want to clean out your wok afterwards. Last bit of oil around the wok. My noodles are going to go in. Nice high heat. Give that a quick flick through, and then my seafood and veg are all going to start to sort of join the wok before I then take a good ladle of sauce. And notice I'm not moving the wok around too much yet. I'm building up more heat before the sauce goes in. Sauce goes in, a couple of good ladles of that sauce. Let that bubble up for about 30 seconds to a minute, and then we're going to go for the tummy and the head. And then let that bubble up again. Little drizzle of sesame oil. Notice how beautiful that seafood still looks because I've done that sort of preparation of that first round of cooking. It should have a really nice sort of light feel to it because I've used that stock as opposed to just poured lots of soy sauce and oyster sauce into the noodles. I'm gonna dig into one of those scallops. The squid is so succulent, soft, not rubbery at all, and that's done for that sort of quick pre-cook before we then put all the seafood and the rest of the seafood and mix that all into the noodles. And the noodles, if you cook them like this, especially with that chicken stock and that extra flavor from the seafood, creates this great sort of base, savory flavor, but also really nice and light and natural. You gotta try this, guys.